In 1972, a French scientist named Michel Sifre locked himself 440 feet underground for a life-changing experiment on human isolation. No sunlight, no clocks, no contact with any human, just him, the darkness, and the ticking clock inside his mind. He gave up time itself, no calendar, no watch, just a mission to understand how the human brain experiences time alone. The cave was pitch black. Night and day blended into one endless silence. His only company, his thoughts and heartbeat. He started journaling every day, guessing time by his sleep cycle. But slowly, his inner clock began to fall apart. After weeks, he believed only 25 days had passed. In reality, he had been underground for over 50 days. With no sun to guide him, his brain created its own timeline. Days felt short, nights felt endless. He started sleeping for 30 hours and staying awake for 20. His body created a new rhythm, far from the 24-hour cycle. But the most shocking discovery? He never once complained of boredom or depression. His mind adapted in beautiful, mysterious ways. Even in darkness, the human spirit finds light. He began creating games, telling himself stories, and exploring the cave like a child. He proved that when stripped of all distractions, the human mind begins to explore its deepest and most powerful potential. Outside the cave, researchers monitored him. They were amazed. He wasn't weakening. He was evolving, mentally sharper than before. Inside, he forgot time. Outside, time raced forward, yet his spirit remained unshaken. He had found purpose in stillness. He had no idea seasons were changing, but within, his own season of growth was blooming. Most would go mad in isolation, but he found music in silence, rhythm in solitude, and clarity in darkness. He discovered that peace doesn't come from the world. It comes from mastering your mind and emotions. He faced no monsters, just his fears, and one by one he defeated them through patience, self-talk, and courage. Each day he lost track of time, but he gained something far greater, control over his own reality. He taught us that the mind is a powerful place. Feed it light, even when you're surrounded by darkness. His mental strength shocked scientists. He came out sharper, calmer, and more focused than ever before. He had spent 180 days underground, but to him it felt like only 79. Time had lost meaning. This experiment proved our brains don't follow clocks. They follow focus, energy, and emotional rhythm. Michel didn't just survive, he grew, and he showed the world that solitude, when embraced, becomes your greatest teacher. In darkness, he found wisdom. In silence, he found strength. In solitude, he found himself. His message? Don't fear being alone. Use it. Build yourself. The deepest growth happens in the quiet. Today, we chase noise and rush. But sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is stop and listen within. His journey wasn't about science alone. It was a spiritual awakening, proof that time is just an illusion. This wasn't isolation. It was liberation, a break from the world to reconnect with what truly matters: clarity, purpose, and inner peace. Michel's experiment became a legend, not for how long he stayed underground, but for how deeply he understood himself. The story of Michel Sifre reminds us, even in the darkest places, the mind can become the brightest light.
If you enjoyed this inspiring story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking moral tales.